If you're watching this, something tells me that you have a love for overlanding. I mean, how could you not? Look at what it allows you to do.
But what happens when you're ready to take things to the next level and explore outside of your home country or even another continent altogether?
There are some incredible examples of what's possible, and it's got you thinking.
Wow, I want to do that.
But what does it even take to pull off a trip like that? To get some insight, I decided to turn to an expert. Is it expensive, time-consuming, and a lot of work to prepare for international overlanding? Yes, I knew it.
But what if I told you that international overlanding is more accessible than you think?
Before we get too far down that road, I do feel the need to share with you that we're not exactly experts at international overlanding. Really instilling confidence right off the bat, aren't I? Hi, I'm MAK, and this is my husband, Owen.
We've been traveling full-time for 8 years. In that time, we've traversed most of the North American continent. What we lack in multi-continental overlanding experience,
we make up for an enthusiasm and a willingness to step outside of our comfort zone. We figured what better way to learn than by doing this together.
Because I'm of the belief that you can take the overlanding experience that you've gained at home and apply it anywhere in the world.
Welcome to the applied theory of international overlanding.
Now that we've established that we're headed out for an adventure, how in the world do we choose where to go? This brings us to our first of many lessons. Picking a destination and planning. When it comes to picking a destination, as far as I see it, there's only one way to look at this. What is at the top of your bucket list? When planning your trip, here are some helpful things to think about. When's the best time of year to be in your destination of choice? Where do you want to go once you get there? What do you want to do and see while you're there? How long will it realistically take to do those things? And I mean be very realistic. Based on all those questions, we decided to go to New Zealand. There is one more step to planning your trip that we haven't gone over yet. How do you want to get around? And this is the fun part. A simple Google search will help you figure out what your options are. Here are some helpful things to consider. How much space do you need to hold you and your gear? What kind of capability do you need to get to the places that you want to go? What kind of camping are you looking for? Or do you want to throw caution to the wind and pick something that you just think would be fun to drive? Because that's exactly what we did. allow me to introduce to you our trusty rig for our 3-week expedition around the South Island of New Zealand. It's a new 4x4 Suzuki Jimny, complete with rooftop tent. When we were planning this trip, we wanted to take this opportunity to try something completely different than we drive back home, or even have access to, for that matter. Wow. This feels like a little Tonka truck. It's so cute. Okay, I'm gonna drive. Luckily, I have a little bit of practice with driving on this side of the road already. Now I'm basically an expert. Might as well be a local. We'll say, he was right. It doesn't have a whole lot of oomph. Okay, are we going right?
Stay in the middle one.
Middle
You're
one?
Going right.
It's very nimble though, unsurprisingly. We made our way out to the nearby coast to spend a few days testing the Jimny out before heading south. We were also in search of a few warm-up hikes in preparation for our plans a little bit further down the road.
Barefoot.
Maybe. Almost immediately, we were struck by the newness of everything. Everywhere we looked, there were new plants, new animals, and new landscapes that left us completely in awe. But that's the magic of spending time in a new environment. There is seemingly something intriguing to catch your attention in all of the places that you normally overlook. We'd only been on the road for a single day in New Zealand, and we were already smitten. It's a wild feeling to be halfway around the world and driving on a road that could pass as the California coast. This place was familiar enough to feel comforting, but different enough to feel like we were on a grand adventure.
Should we start with these little sticky things?
Yeah. Do you need the
Eventually. This hurts. Sweet. There we go. Starting to look good. Damn. Good job.
I feel like we did good.
Yeah,
That really wasn't too bad.
Our first official night in the rig was a huge success. Before this trip, we had never camped in a rooftop tent before. Not only was the Jimny allowing us to try a new vehicle, it was also giving us the chance to camp in a whole new way.
Cheers to a good hike.
We passed our own test with flying colors, thankfully, and felt ready to turn south to officially begin our circumnavigation of the South Island. However, we didn't make it far before something caught our eye and pulled us to a stop on the side of the road. This is a cloud waterfall. It's a rare phenomenon when dense, cold air literally falls off the side of a mountain because of its density. We've known about these for years, but this was the first time we ever laid eyes on one. If these first few days were any indication for what was to come, we were in for an incredible overlanding adventure around New Zealand.